practice in English. But I feel that if we practice every day for some time, just if you spend, for example, 30 or 40 or and now 30 or 40 minutes a day or more, I think that it will contribute to our mutual advancements, because when you practice, you excel. So there is such a proverb or standard phrase that practice makes excellence. Linking words. Uh, I did not. I have never made up my mind about this question. I have never thought about it. To be truthful, I think uh, that reading books in original. I mean, reading books without translation, English or American books of English or American writers. Uh, I don't want to highlight that you have to read English classics or American classics, because I don't read classical books. I just I get these books are boring to me. I read science fiction, for example, Star Wars in original, and and I feel that I read books, English books, for example, Star Wars, uh, uh, helps to develop good reading and speaking skills, because it feels that reading with the dictionary, uh, you just have to read with the dictionary just to translate every new word. And when you read, you just follow. Sorry. Yeah. It depends on the purpose I put. Uh, when I have no time to translate all the words I notice, which are not familiar to me, I'm just trying to understand the whole meaning of the whole sentence or the whole passage. It's just like when you have limited time, like on your exam. But when I have much time for my personal uh, purposes, and I can spend this time in a slowly manner. Then I read a book. For example, when you read science fiction like Star Wars, I don't have to be in a hurry, and I read these books because there are many of them, and I have already read 30 of them or more. Uh, and when I read this book, it's really interesting, and I don't want to look up every word, because it's interesting to read another sentence. But I stop myself when I notice uh, a new unfamiliar word, and I look up uh, these words in my dictionary. And it's very easy when you use, for example, I use tablet for reading electronic books. And when I read this book, and when I note the words, I'm just clicking on this words uh, and look up it in the dictionary, and this process is automatical. You just reading, and you push your finger on the words, then then a new menu uh, emerges or arrives, and you just click the meaning of these words in the dictionary. I use Amazon Kindle program for this purpose, and I read books in a MOBI format. Therefore, it's very easy to find the meaning of any unfamiliar word in the dictionary. I do not use earlier I used English Ukrainian dictionaries for this purpose. Therefore, I just tried to find a Ukrainian version or Ukrainian translation of this of any unfamiliar word. But now I'm using uh, English dictionary. In English, I mean English interpreter dictionary. When you look up a word and you get not a translation into Ukrainian, but an interpretation of this word in by means of other simple English words. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So it's a very good idea because it's easier to understand what this word means because you try to understand the meaning of this word with the help of other English words. I don't have dinner. I don't have. I don't have dinner because it's late for dinner, and I finished dinner many hours ago. Not many, but some hours ago. Usually, I sleep at 12 o'clock. I start sleeping at 12 o'clock, and now I decided to communicate with you before I go sleeping because I just decided that I just made up my mind that it will be useful for me to start talking today. And if you want to go sleeping, we shall interrupt our conversation and we shall continue our English speaking practice tomorrow, for example, or any other day. There is no problem. I cannot predict now because it depends on my workload and my family commitments. Uh, you just when you are in Skype, you just monitor when I will be online and drop me a line. Just chat with me, ask me if I'm ready, or if I see you that you are online, I will ask you about your readiness to communicate, and uh, then we shall decide. Like today, you just asked me, and I replied to your message, and we started our communication. So let us be flexible, and when you see me online, just you are welcome to invite me to communication. And if I am busy, I will tell you that I'm busy. I will be, for example, ready to talk in an hour or in 10 minutes because I cannot predict.
Yeah. So
Nice meeting you too. Yes, it's time to say goodbye, and I wish you many happy returns of the next day, and good luck to you. And I hope we shall will have a new opportunity to communicate tomorrow or any other day. Thank you. Bye. Yes. Okay. Goodbye.